In this video, we are going to continue working on some word problems involving maxes and mins. And so maxes and mins refer to a high point or a low point on a quadratic, so which means we're talking about a vertex. This is how we find our vertex. It's going to be a negative b divided by 2a, gives us the x, plug it in, gets us our y. So then we'll try to make sense of those answers. So this one is we are minimizing cost. So Sweet Harmony Crafts has determined that when X hundred dulcimers are built, the average cost per dulcimer can be estimated by this equation, where C of X is in hundreds of dollars. What is the minimum? So we're looking for a low point, so that means our graph is going to look something like that. And we're looking for the low point, which is our vertex. So the minimum average cost per dulcimer and how many dulcimer should be built to achieve this minimum. I could be totally butchering that word, but we're going with it. So, to find the minimum, we are going to do negative b divided by 2a. It is going to be a negative 0.7, not x, negative point, hold on a second. It is a negative 0.7 divided by 2 times 0.1. So we'll plug that into the calculator, and that gets us a 3.5. So the two negatives will cancel, so you have a positive divided by a positive. And then to find, so right there, that is the, what is the minimum average cost and how many dulcimers should be built? Well, X represents our X hundred dulcimers are built, so our X is the how many. So how many? It is 3.5, and remember that this is 100 dulcimers. And then the other part of this is, what is the minimum average cost? Don't know. That's going to be our y value that we get out. So it's going to be our cost at 3.5 hundred made. So 0.1 times 3.5 squared minus 0.7 times 3.5 plus 2.425. All right, and then if we plug that into the calculator, you're going to get the cost at 3.5 hundred dulcimers, and that gets us $1.20. So the average cost is $1.20. Okay, and then we'll go to another one. It says maximize profit. So we have, recall that the total profit of we're looking for a maximizing profit. So recall that the total profit is the difference between the total revenue and the total cost. So we have some sort of a graph that at the end of this, because we're talking about maximizing profit, it says find the total profit, find the total profit, the maximum value of the total profit. So since we're talking about maximum, this graph is going to have this sort of an appearance, which means the front of your quadratic is going to have to be negative. So the math that we have going on is that profit equals revenue minus cost. So our profit equation is with respect to an x value is find the value of x at which it occurs. So so x is just, we're creating something. Doesn't look like it says exactly. So it is our revenue equation. And our revenue equation was this. So 1000x minus x squared. And then that minus our cost. And our cost is 3000 plus 20x. So if we put all these pieces together, first thing that I'm going to look to do is, I don't love the subtracting this piece, so I distribute that in. changes their signs. So our profit equation is going to be a negative x squared. We have 1,000 plus a negative 20. So that's going to be a plus 980. So those two are combined. That's taken care of. And then minus 3,000. So we need that because now we're going to find the vertex. So we're going to maximize the profit. So this is the spot that we're looking for. So it's a negative b divided by 2a. And if we plug stuff in, our b value is 980. So negative 980 divided by 2 times negative 1. So that turns out to be 490. So our profit when 490 is produced, that's just going to be us plugging it into this equation. So negative 490 squared. So you're going to square it, and then the negative is going to happen after. Plus 980 times 490, and then minus 3,000. I'll put that down here. So if you add all that stuff together, plug it into the calculator, our profit at 490 is going to be 237,100. So our two parts are the when is it going to occur. So the when is when we produce 490, and the maximum profit is going to be 237,100. All right, and so we will do one more video on this last one because this last one's a little bit more complicated, and again it relates to something. Somehow we're maximizing something, but that one's going to take a little bit longer, so we'll do one more video.